Joe Sutherland leads him by first time around. Got a battle for that third position. Looks like Zach Davis going to slide up there and take it over. And they swing wide. Chris Green takes advantage, slides into the third slot. So we've got Sutherland and the 28 of Justin Winter and Chris Green, your top three. And young Chris making a move on the inside. Can he hold it? Yes, he does. He takes over second. White flag, final time around. Still got a battle for that second slot. Whoa, hang on, guys. Young Chris's dad, Rick, is right there with him, and they say he's okay. I thought so about a second before they radioed up, because I saw Rick starting to look at the condition of the cart, and then the moment he took his eyes off his son, I knew his son had to be fine. There he is getting out, ladies and gentlemen. That was a wild flip. That'll make you dizzy. Here we go. Bring them around one more time. Green and white as they go by. They'll come around. Oh man, look at this. Look at this connection for second spot. Score a first career heat win for the number 11X out of Martinez. Give it up for Joe Sutherland. Looked like second place went to the number 32 of Zach Davis. And the number 80, Trevor Day, calling in third. And then the 28 of Justin Winter crossing the fourth for that race. Okay, we'll bring out heat number 2. If they line up properly, the lineup should be as follows. It'll be the number 24, sponsored by Jorgie's Racing of Stockton and the Tony Spring Company. Out of Stockton, Jason Burrell will have the 17S, sponsored by Ronald McCall. Out of Stockton, that'll be Donna Collier McCall. We'll then have the number 4, sponsored by California Roofing, KMD Racing, Dwarf World, and M&M Racing. Out of Tracy, Katie Monroe. The number 18 will be in line, sponsored by Roadrunner Tow, Street Machine Specialties, U-Haul 710 Company, California Street Machine, Ramirez Tow, and GM Towing. Out of Fairfield, that'll be Josh Gillis. The number 88 should be in the lineup, sponsored by TNT Racing and King Motorsports. That'll be Travis Day. Number 13, no sponsors listed, out of Manteca, young Forrest Souza. We'll have the number 3, sponsored by Miracle Auto Painting, Experian Auto Glass, and Stockton Wheel, out of a Campbell, Kevin Straw. Number 37 should be out there. We've got a green already, sponsored by TNT Racing, King Motorsports, Ned's Auto Body, and Nick Alvey's Nursery. Out of Pittsburgh, that'll be Dustin Anderson. And the number 2, sponsored by Delta Plating, Murata Market, All Weather Roofing, and Ron Gross Engines of Lodi. Out of Stockton, that'll be Chad Bimby. Josh Gillis at the point. Kevin Straw working him. Are my eyes deceiving me, or is that 3-car changing color in the sun? There it looks purple. There it looks green. Over there it's purple again. Up here it's green. There it's purple. What a paint job. Wow. Or my eyes are gone. One of the two. Gillis and Straw, 1-2, white flag. Gonna have a battle for these next 2 spots. And the win to the number 18 out of Fairfields, Josh Gillis, followed by the number 3, Kevin Straw. Haven't checked with scoring, but I give it to the 88 by a nose cone. That's Travis Day. And then the 24 of Jason Burrell. And we'll move to the box stock A division for their heat race. If the lineup I have is correct, the pole car should be the number 73, sponsored by All Defense Company, Busby Motorsports, and Kendra's Custom Meats out of Martinez. It'll be Darrell King. Will be followed by the 2M, sponsored by the Uncle Connection, Gallagher Designs, Charlie's High Performance Machine, Checkerboard Radiator, Tough Boy Sales, GB Industrial Power Coating, B&F Body Shop, Matco Tools, Borges Racings, DJ Carpets, and Dave Bueno out of Fanta. That'll be Nick Miller. We'll have the 7C, sponsored by Miracle Auto Painting, Experian Auto Glass, and Stockton Wheel. Out of a Campo will be Kristen Straw. We'll have the 0, sponsored by Stockton Auto Supply, AAA Auto Glass, Grand Auto Sales, B&R Machine Shop, Axles Plus, JB Racing Engines, and Don's Auto Repair. Out of Manteca, this will be Mike Brooks Jr. We'll have the 33 out there, sponsored by J. Milano Company, B&F Motors, and KMD Racing. Out of Stockton, that'll be David Johnson. Number 93 is here tonight, sponsored by GB Industrial Spray, Manteca Boat Works, Gallagher Designs, Manteca Service Center, 99 Recycling Center, Professional Appliance Installers, B&F Auto Body, and Miller's Checkerboard Radiator. Out of Manteca, that'll be young James Carpenter. The number 17, sponsored by DeCarlo's Auto Repair, Busby Motorsports, J&D Custom Embroidery, Redline Oil, Bill McCarthy Racing Engines, Ace Tire, and Slot Car Warehouse. Out of Martinez, our champion from last year, Nick DeCarlo. We'll have the 45J floating around out there, sponsored by Auto House Body and Paint, United Rentals of Lodi, Kent's Custom Glass and Mirror, with a special thanks to Uncle Harold and Grandpa Jr. Out of Kempo, that'll be Jeff Sullivan. And we'll have the number 14, sponsored by California Roofing, KMD Racing, Dwarf World, and M&M Racing. Out of Tracy, that'll be Kelly Monroe. Kelly Monroe. We got it ready. King at the front of a powerful line. Nick Miller working the outside. nose into 3, side by side off the corner. Miller by just about 3/4 of a car that time by. He's got it solid now. DeCarlo looks to the inside. Brooks slides high. King holds steady to second. And Johnson having a little war there. Win for the number 2M out of Tracy, Nick Miller. Second at the line, the 17, Nick DiCarlo. Third to the 0, Mike Brooks by a short margin. Then the 73 of Darrell King. Move into the bomber division. We'll try to catch the sponsors real quick. Don't know which way they're going to line up. I'll read them numerically off my sheet. The 036 sponsored by R&R Truck Mobile Repair, PTC Incorporated, Jim's VW, Lodi Shortstop out of Lodi. That'll be Greg McCullough. The 188 sponsored by Mike's Towing Service, Scenic Shell Automotive, and Valley Auto Wreckers. The driver there will be George Pierce. The 222 sponsored by Miracle Auto Painting, Stockton Wheel, McSparran Auto Glass out of Stockton. Driving tonight, Jennifer Straw. The 555 sponsored by Kennedy Auto Dismantlers, 5-Star Muffler, Burns Towing, NorCal Batteries, Allstate Insurance, and Wright's Quality Automotive. Driving the 555 tonight, Jonathan Wright. The 570 sponsored by America's Tire, Miracle Auto Painting, Rooftop Metals Products, and Alta Fence Company. Driving the 570 tonight, out of Oakley, Deanne Jones. And the 888 sponsored by Burns Towing, 5-Star Muffler, and Kennedy Auto Dismantlers. Out of Manteca, the driver, Rod Gorham. Rod Gorham. And it looks like we've got George Pierce and Greg McCullough in that front row coming around. We got a green. Stuck that door out in harm's way and got it tagged. Yellow flag at the stand. Jonathan Wright just kept pumping her sideways till she went out of control, stuck the door out there, and Jennifer Straw went cabango. And we'll get them out there and check them out. Just has a pleasant conversation a few minutes ago with Giant Jim Moore. Haven't seen Big Jim in, seems like a couple years. Super guy. Always, why is it the big guys are always the really puppy dogs, the teddy bears? And he's one of them. I want to remind you once again, him and his wife Linda are the new owners of the White House Tavern, 1864 Mariposa Road here in Stockton. They want you to come out Friday and Saturday evening. After the races, there are drink specials available for the racers. Each Sunday they have NASCAR Sundays. Jim says we got rid of a few of the linger-honorers out there. I didn't know that they had linger-honorers, but I'll tell you, if he said they got rid of them, they definitely got rid of them. And if Linda's anything like I knew Linda to be, sweet lady that she is, you could bring your maiden aunt in there, you wouldn't be any problems in that place. Because Linda would pick them up and throw them out herself, as petite as she is. And if they argued, Big Jim would follow them into the parking lot. And they would become part of the pea stone gravel. So I may stop there myself. White House Tavern, 1864 Mariposa Road. Then you know what Big Jim did? Big Jim threw 2 $5 bills down here. He thinks the old custom of tipping the announcer is what you're supposed to do. And I said, nobody pays me to do what I love to do. So I got 2 $5 bills up here. I'll tell you what, we're going to have a semi-main for the box stock division. I'm going to see that the winner of that box stock semi-main gets these 2 $5 bills, compliments of Giant Jim Moore and his wife Linda and the White House Tavern. How's that sound? $10 to the semi-main winner. Once again, for you late arrivals, McCoy Racing Enterprises Full Mood Madness program tonight. The points earned tonight go towards the championship, of course, but those same points go on to that 5-race series point list that you see in the program insert tonight. And the top 4 divisions, that's mini stock, sportsman, 250 and 600. The top point man at the end of the 5 series for each of those 4 divisions will pick up a $100 gift certificate from McCoy Racing Products on 7th Street in Modesto. And the 2 box stock divisions and the bomber divisions are running for that giant 6-foot trophy sponsored by Finish Line Awards and Signs here in Stockton. Flagman's trying to see through the sun, gives him a green, says if you're there, go ahead and go. Breeze going to the front once again. Pierce. Keep saying, trying to say his name the way he spells it and saying it right is 2 different animals. Just call it George Pierce. The 188 in the lead. Rod Gorham runs second. And the 570 of Deanne Jones in the 3rd slot. We'll get a white flag this time by. One more timer on the 8th mile clay. For the 188, George Pierce out of Modesto, followed by the 888 of Rod Gorham, the 570 of Deanne Jones, and the 360 of Travis McCullough. Inside, he's the man that's supposed to start first, and the 90 of Machado is supposed to stay with him. Should go right over there to where that guy is, a little bit early. And we get a yellow first time around. 31 of Jason Newton stalls it over here in turn number 2. And all you guys with your pocketbook full of money, right down in front of the flag stand, black driving uniform is Darwin Davis out of French Camp. Darwin is the one that has the number 33 mini stock for sale for $1,000 cash. Somebody run down there and give him a credit card or something. You're not going to buy a mini stock that's a credified, bona fide winner for $1,000. That's Darwin heading down towards the snack bar. Why don't you run down there, buy him a Pepsi, and give him $999 more and take home his race car. That's a heck of a deal. If you try it, you don't like it, if it scares you to death, you can always get $1,000 out of it somewhere else. It's worth it. You won't lose. Top three. Machado hit to the inside. Still we have it as Williams slides high. Time by, they're both trying to keep them down. Williams right there looking. And he went to the number 90 out of Elk Grove, but Doug Machado. Next, the 93 of Stephen Williams, then the 31 of Jason Newton, and the 2 of Garen Hyman. Heat number 2 for the 600s. I see the 11 of Carly Lawrence, the 77 of Darrell Moore, the 83 of Kellen Chadwick, the 17 of Troy Machado, the 13 of Sean Labor, and the 1 of Chuck Gurney Jr. Doesn't. They bring out the restart. Let's get that sun down behind those trees, and hopefully a little bit of moisture will come onto this track so these guys can get some traction and not burn these tires off. Makes it a very expensive proposition for these open wheel cars to come here to Delta Speedway for the purses that we can afford to pay, and in turn tear up twice that amount of money in tires. Right behind. Chuck Gurney is back on the track and okay. Slipping, and all of a sudden grabs right down into the side of the 1G. Looks like they're both okay so far. They both get back under motion. Five down, 5 laps down. 8 races scheduled for 8 laps each. The 1999 season to the number 83 out of Oakley, currently 3rd in championship points, Kellen Chadwick. 2nd place, the number 17, Troy Machado, followed by the 13, Sean Labor, and the, well, I had 16, and that ought to be a 1G. I made it into a 16. That's Chuck Gurney Jr. in the 4th slot. Modifieds coming out down the front straightaway. The number 88, driven by J.R. Cottle. Over in turn 3 and 4 is the 25 of Todd Dennett. The 84 with Ron McCall Jr. driving. The 15 of Mark Holman. 41, Brian Jorgensen. The 6 of Chris Parmley. Looks like Holman and Dennett on the front row. McCall and Jorgensen, row 2. Parmley and Cottle in the back. Coming right there. But the 84, Ron McCall Jr. got her sideways off a 2, stalled it. We'll have to get him refired. Down the back chute. And the problem with the 88 model over here in turn number 1 is the yellow flag comes out. Slides under Holman to take over that second slot. Looks up there and sees Bennett. See if he can make some down on the leader. I don't know, but it looks like Bennett is long gone. Looks like it's going to be his to win, his to win. Number 4 of the season for the number 25 out of Fremont, Todd Bennett. Second in the 41, your incoming point leader out of Livermore, Brian Jorgensen. Third to the number 15, second in points, Mark Holman. And in the fourth and final, how about finishing 4th in the 84, Ron McCall Jr. We got the 58s. The big 58, Fred Clement inside. The little 58J next to it, Richard McGlory. Back row inside, the 66 of Pete Paulson and the 76 of Vern Terrell. Coming around, they got a green. Moving away. Paulson's got the better horsepower, but Fred Clement holding a steady line, giving him no way by. Sometimes you don't got to be fast, you just got to be smooth. Paulson hugging low, waiting for Clement to make one little mistake. And we got the 58J over there, Rich McGlory in trouble. We get a yellow flag. 6 down, 2 to go. 6 down, 2 to go. There's the green. White flag, this time by. And the heat win goes to the number 58 out of Stockton. Your incoming point leader, Fred Clement. Followed by the 66 out of French Camp, P. Smallson. Then the number 76 out of Stockton, Vern Terrell. And the 58J out of Stockton, Richard McGlory. And we get them fired up. Set for 10 laps. Black man's looking, coming around the corner. We got a green. Chad Bindi with the lead at present. And young Chris Green with a problem with the cart that may have developed from that flip in his early heat. Bindi, Ayton, and Lewis, your top three. White flag this time by. And the semi-win going to the number 2 out of Stockton, Chad Bindi. He's followed by the 26, first-time driver. That's a good showing for him. Billy Ayton out of Vallejo. Then the 87 of Calvin Lewis and the 13 of Forrest Sousa. So the first two cars, Bindi and Ayton, will transfer to the back of the B Division feature event. And young Chad Bindi gets the $10 put up by the White House Tavern. We'll see that he gets that. If they leave early and don't get it, I'll keep it safe. Make sure they get it next week when I show up. But the youngster can run down to the local store and buy himself $10 worth of something. Race parts, clothing, candy, whatever he wants. Whoa, he says. Hey, where are you going? Hey, I didn't tell you to go. Get back in there, puppy dog. You stay there. You move again, I'll ground you till you're 30. Like the 3 of Kevin Straw the 32 of Zach Davis, the 18 of Josh Gillis, the 11X of Joe Sutherland. Then we have the Day Brothers, the 80 of Trevor, the 88 of Travis. Oh, hard to see the one on the inside there, but the 24, Jason Burrell. And I see the 37 behind him of Dustin Anderson. And then our two semi-main transfers. I'll try to catch the inside cars for you as quick as I can. We got a green. Kevin Straw, your early leader. Down, 6 laps down on a 15-lap main event. Coming around, green's out, they're gone. Get a yellow. One of the Day Brothers stalling out over here in turn number 4. And it's the number 88 of Travis. See if we can get him restarted this time by. Flag man is waiting, shows him the green. Josh Gillis makes a jump right at the line. White flag this time by. Main event win And number 2 of the season for number 18 out of Fairfield. Give it up for rookie Josh Gillis. Second to the early leader, number 3, Kevin Straw. Followed by the 11X of Joe Sutherland, and the 32 of Zach Davis, and the 80 of Trevor Day. Have to come hard and fast from the back in 8 laps with 9 cars. Evidently it was a totally inverted show because the fast time car was the 6 car, I believe. Yes, it was, and he's at the back. We got a green. We got the 9, Tab Butler, up against the wall. Two down, 6 to go. Green's up, we're racing. Steps on the gas, says bye-bye. Yellow flag this time by. Got the 60 of Mark Borges pointing the wrong direction on the back straightaway. Coming around, green flag is out. Wow. Paint job trading going on here. Checkered yellow, the heat win goes to the number 6 out of Manteca, Guy Gabor, followed by the 45 of Matt Borges. Then the 52 of Ryan Philpott and the 44 of Rick Crisafulli. Carlo brings him around. Dick DiCarlo, your leader in the number 17. We got a green. Main event win number 5 of the year for the defending division champion, the number 17 out of Martinez, Nick DiCarlo. Running second, the 0, Mike Brooks Jr. Third to the 2M of Nick Miller. Fourth to the 33 of David Johnson. And fifth to the 7C of Christian Straw. G on the pole, flanked by the 13 of Sean Labor. And we got the 17 of Troy Machado. Looks like the 83 of Kellen Chadwick next to him. And the 77 of Darrell Moore. The 11 of Carly Lawrence. The 31 of Jason Newton. The 44 of Rodney Funston. Looks like the 90 of Doug Machado. And the 2 of Garen Hyman. And at the back of the pack, outside the 93, Stephen Williams. And inside the number 5, Rick Bowser. 26 championship points to the winner and 26 points to the winner also for the McCoy Racing Enterprises Full Moon Madness program.